Warning. The following video contains spoilers for the inner workings and behind-the-scenes processes of the Project 863 series. If you do not wish to be spoiled on future or past videos, nor have the spell of the series broken, you have been warned.
Hello everybody and welcome to Behind 863. My name is Samantha and look who is making... This isn't your first Behind 863 appearance, but this is your first, I think, like react video, right?
Yeah, first react video.
It's Bailey.
Hi. Can't
Happy
wait.
to have you.
Thank
I feel like
you.
Sorry, I just hit my elbow in such
I'm sorry,
the worst
Sam.
spot.
Do we need to readjust for you?
No, I'll just
Okay.
keep my arms to myself.
Yeah, I feel like you're like an interviewer. The blazer, I think, is giving very interviewer
That's what I was gonna say. It's like I always feel like anytime I'm on this channel that I am like an anchor, like a news anchor. I'm like, hello and welcome. Guys, today we are going to be reacting to and taking you guys through the last episode of season 2, the big old season finale. A lot happened in this episode. I think it'll be really fun to honestly just revisit because this feels like it was 7 years ago to me.
I know, isn't that crazy? Season 3 feels like it's been so long.
It has been really long. And I think a lot of that is because the production break we took was in the middle of season 3, when
yeah.
typically our production breaks are at the end of the season.
The seasons are usually a quarter long, and
It's
then this
longer
one has
anyways.
been longer than a quarter, so.
We got a lot of story stuff we got to get through before the season ends.
Yeah,
You know? It's very exciting. This is, I think, also going to be fun because you were in the dark.
Yeah, so actually I did tell you that before the camera turned on, and then I just realized I wasn't fully in the dark for this because I actually set up the canopies and the...
Oh.
Yeah, but
yeah.
we'll get to that. I didn't know what the canopies were for, though.
Such
yeah,
a
it was
weird
weird.
thing. Did you think we were like filming an episode of Dexter or something?
I mean, yeah, I guess so. Woods just, he had like a lot on his plate that day, so I was like, I'll put up these canopies, yeah.
This video kicks off straight to it with Matt being in this kind of sterile environment from his vlog camera. What just happened before this was we captured B-27 in the U-Haul with the big radioactive device, the serum bomb thing. You would think like, oh my gosh, it's two people reviewing a video again. Sure enough, Tanner got a headphone splitter. We're sharing headphones again today. Tanner got one, he just couldn't find it. So, you know.
But it's okay, we're bonding.
Yeah,
this is a bonding
this is just how we bond. Let's do it. So creepy.
Yeah, so this took up like our entire warehouse, the soundstage.
That's one of our most recognizable office chairs, in my opinion.
Really?
Like, we've like seen those clear chairs
That's
on
very
camera and
true,
everything.
yeah.
Or at least to me, I was like, that's one of our office chairs.
Yeah, it does look like a very sterile chair though, but yeah, under this, it's all the turf that's in the soundstage, and I feel like you can like kind of recognize it a little bit, yeah.
Hey, Matt.
I don't know where I am right now. Hold on, I'm gonna try and bring you up to speed here.
I love the detail of like the little camera glitches
yeah.
going down. Ah, Quinn, good job.
I appear to be in a quarantined zone. I'm gonna try and replay all the events because it was a little fast for me.
We know what happened.
Yes.
I'm gonna skip forward a little bit.
It's been so long since I've seen this. This is so weird.
I know, and do you know what's crazy? This was only in September of last year.
Because the story at like this point is just so different.
We're
what it
just
is
so
now.
deep. Now we're skipping over to our two, I guess, scientist people who were played by the lovely Woods and Tanner.
I think a couple people noticed actually because they saw Tanner's ring under the glove. Which is like a very specific detail, yeah.
Oh yeah, you
like-
can see his ring through the glove right there.
Yeah. They did a great job of pretending to be doctors or whatever. Like it seemed like they knew what they were doing the way they were handling it.
This was also so funny to me. I don't know why, but just like imagining like Woods and Tanner doing this to Matt like made me laugh. And I know that it's supposed to be like a super serious moment or whatever, but it just made me go like, oh, what about?
Cute.
I'm back at the studio, by the way, now. I lost it there for a bit. I was not in the mood to record or film.
Makes sense. I also love that that was the footage proof of Matt losing it.
Oh yeah,
Was
just him going and grabbing the camera.
They didn't even tell me what it was. They took my blood.
I like how he just let that happen. Like he got injected with something. It was just like, they didn't tell me.
They didn't tell me what it was. And also, I don't know that we've ever come back to that.
No.
Like, I guess we're just assuming it was like...
I talked about it in that theory where I think that they injected him with something that stabilized the
Oh,
serum.
yes, you do.
Oh my god, okay, sorry. Tanner
I was just gonna say.
Tanner is like fully falling asleep.
Like, and I don't know if he didn't know that we were like doing a bit or we were just like going straight into the scene, because he's like this for like 80% of this scene.
I like to just focus, like do one watch through of just watching Tanner, because there are points where his eyes are fully closed or he's like zoning out on something very specific.
They literally.
But also, like, how did he not know what we were doing? Like, he's still just on his phone.
He's so relaxed. I think it's funny, like the fact that Matt just got injected by something and like he was missing and like and then he doesn't care at all.
Well, like there's a world in which he just wasn't aware that we were like in story, which I get, and then there's another world in which he was aware and like that was an acting choice.
I
but
guess.
that just
well,
doesn't
and it's
make
funny
sense.
because I think that we've actually talked to Tanner about that,
Yeah.
and he literally said like, "Oh yeah, like I knew he was fine," and like, "Okay, Tanner."
I'm interested to know why, like, you
Test
kept
results.
so much longer than any.
Oh wait, was I in the dark during this episode? I was too.
Oh, you were.
I forgot.
forgot.
The thing that just made me remember that was when they said that like he got the results through an app. I was like, why? I mean, like I get it maybe, but why didn't they just like email it to you?
Yeah.
But I think it's because Matt actually had this health app on his phone and it was real, and like the stats we were looking at were like real results from other tests he was doing when he was getting his like costochondritis stuff figured out.
So it looked super real. So we
Because
just
it
took
was.
advantage of it. Yeah. It's so weird because you were in the dark for a while and you just recently are part of the story again. But I feel like I completely forgot that you were ever in the dark.
Yeah, I did too.
But for you to do your job, that was.
It was hard. It wasn't the best setup for like me to be able to be a production manager and like be a part of like these team meetings to make sure that everything that needs to be happening like was happening.
Totally, yeah.
But
I liked having a comrade.
I know, because it was fun to like kind of play off of each other and be like, "What do you think is happening?"
Well, yeah,
Like,
especially like when Matt starts acting weird, especially now, I would look at you and be like, "What is going on?" But even now, I still do that because
I know,
feel
and
like
I try to not like. There are times when I can catch you still like looking at me to kind of like play off of me, and I'm like. Like, I just don't want to lead you in any way.
Well, it's just funny because I feel like the reason why is because, like, when Matt starts acting weird, I think in real life I probably wouldn't be like, Sam, why is he acting like that?
And so maybe that's a good note for me. Like, I probably wouldn't ignore you. I would be like, I don't know.
Yeah,
man, like,
yeah,
you know?
yeah.
And
Act like you're my
interesting.
friends.
Yeah, okay.
I feel better than this morning. This morning I just remember just being so fatigued. And then after this whole crazy ordeal, usually that I'd be like, I gotta go home for the evening and rest. I feel like totally fine.
This has to be
If we look back at the documents that we found in the desk, Wes's desk, what did it do to the rats?
It normalized. Tanner's really thinking about it.
Needs the antidote anymore?
But was that like a permanent solution for the rats?
I don't know, I feel totally fine.
But didn't it say it like healed them?
Can we get that document?
Wait, can we look at?
Do we know where that is?
It's
Remember when I had purple hair?
Oh, it's in the database.
Gosh, I know. That feels like so long ago
Of
too.
like everything that happened, but I feel like that's just nerves.
Then our next theory was obviously, and I think what ended up being the theory and solution we went with was based off of the documents that we found that showed like serum tests with rats. Those documents said that being exposed to a large amount of radiation neutralized the serum in the rats.
Yes.
Then in this scene, you know, what we're obviously trying to do is like decide if we're satisfied with that answer or not. Of
Right.
Like, okay, well, was that really it? And of course, you know,
And I
Tana's
was
sleeping on the couch more.
Never satisfied, and still I'm not satisfied.
Yeah, and I
with
find that interesting that this is something that like really latched onto you.
Well, it's no secret that Matt has been acting really strange.
Yeah. So basically, now we decide that we want to go chat with Deb about everything that just happened, get some more answers, and boy, oh boy, is it about to get crazy!
Sure is.
Also, like, remember this website?
Oh god, it was so bad. Yeah.
Bailey and I were basically
hopefully
a
he's
core
not
part
watching.
of this team of like getting this website built. Thankfully, we ended up finding a developer towards the end to help patch it up for us.
Yeah, it definitely
Ooh-wee.
was an issue. I think especially allowing people to upload their own documents was a problem. That doesn't sound like an issue, right? Allowing anybody to upload whatever they want to the
Yeah.
site. Yeah, no, that's totally fine with no moderation.
Yeah, and also just the fact that like we have very talented audience members who like know tech stuff, and so they were just like hacking into the site. In hindsight, it's like we probably should have been prepared for that, but like
Yeah.
people were altering the files, accessing things on the site we didn't want them to access yet.
Matt actually filmed a test video for the site where he said a bad word in it. I don't remember what he said, but the people who were hacking into the website found the video and they were like, "What is this? I'm so confused." And yeah, it was just a test.
Just didn't want you to find this yet. That's just a little bit about like behind this website. It was a whole ordeal. Ready to talk to Deb? We haven't seen her in so long.
I took
Throw
mine
it into
off.
the ocean.
I still have my
Why are we mad at her again at this point?
brain is still just like going.
Because she
Oh, the
lied to
murderer.
us about who she, like
Yeah.
the fact that she murdered
I was
Wes.
like, this woman, you know what I mean? Like, here's the thing. I want closure.
Yeah, Deb, there were a
It's
lot.
weird listening to
None,
Deb.
actually.
Yeah.
We managed to capture Ben. He's in police custody.
I will say some of my favorite parts of filming chat videos like this is just watching Matt type, because it's like no one types well under pressure or when they're
Yeah,
being
true.
watched. What we'll often do is he'll just like type it out or copy and paste and then like delete a few words at the end and retype those words while like saying it, and I just think that's a clever
Yeah.
way to like get around typing it in real time as you're talking about
Yeah.
it.
Yes.
Oh yeah, she doesn't know we know Benjamin yet.
She's trying to say she doesn't know who Benjamin is. That's who the Phantom
Oh
is.
yeah, and they were
I'm
in
assuming
love.
You already
Yeah.
know.
Or
Well,
he was in love with
B27
her,
was
yeah.
in love with her. Sometimes, like, and I love our scripts and I think our conversations are always great, but like, there are some times where I'm like, get to the point, Deb.
Yeah. Still under the spell of Nelson.
I mean, he is still working for Nelson.
Nice,
like
baby.
that.
Repeat what she said.
I hate it when I do that in videos too. I just like
Still even emotional.
literally recap something that Matt just said.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
I mean, I think it's like us processing, but we're just doing it
all you're gonna
out
say?
loud.
yeah. I do that a lot. Like, I don't read the moment where there's like a space for me to talk yet. And so like in the background, you'll hear me go, and yeah, she's, and then it cuts back to me and then I go, yeah,
do the
she's,
same
and then I like
thing.
actually
I
talk
know,
about it, and
I
like I
know.
feel so bad for Quinn because I'm like, I just made that so messy for you,
for the
but like I
audio,
just
yeah.
thought I wanted to share.
Totally.
and
Well, I
it's
mean,
like,
that's
oh.
the problem with like, you know, the way that we do these videos in terms of it all being improv and
Yeah.
us just kind of like saying things whenever, because people talk over each other all the time. And
Even if he isn't a complete victim, and even if you were in love with someone else.
So funny to like remind ourselves of the story. Like in
I
this
know,
way.
and to look back knowing what we know now. So interesting.
You can see her little ponytail in the back. every now and then.
Are we assuming that Deb is living inside of a computer?
I don't know. See, this is something that like we haven't explored in the story.
Like, is this a video call and like it's just coming through with, like this?
Like this, or like
she...
this is like her protection. Like when I was in the dark, I always assumed that she was just somewhere else, and this was just like a super encoded video call.
Right. That definitely makes the
that's what
most
I always
sense,
thought.
but also she's always available to talk.
I know.
and, like she's just waiting.
I know. It's definitely weird.
Right now it doesn't matter because she's
Because we
not in
don't
our
talk
lives
to her anymore.
Yeah.
Bye.
Cut
Bye,
her
Deb.
out.
We saw this conversation. I'm gonna skip to when it heats up.
Nelson has some big plan that we're just not allowed to know about.
So I guess I'm in the dark again.
Protecting him?
Yeah, because like we also sound so hurt.
Why?
Like all of a sudden she cares.
The first mention of the spire.
Oh.
So she's saying it as if it's
She's
an
trying to manipulate
actual
us again.
physical
thing.
thing. Yeah.
Words from you anymore, Deb. No more little adventures.
So funny. I feel like this is the first direct prompt we ever got that we were like, nah.
Don't
Yeah, right.
Or I mean, like obviously we want to figure it out, but like right off the bat we're like,
No. We're also very dead set on breaking ties with her, I think, which is why we're just like, we're not gonna listen to her.
Murder.
I just don't know when you're telling the truth or not. I can't trust you. I never could.
This really does sound like a breakup text.
Yeah, I mean it is. Ominous.
Oh yeah, so dramatic.
I mean, I guess she was right.
Gaslighting.
Like, think about all the stuff that started at
That's
season
true.
3.
That's very true.
Truth. Let me guess. You can't.
I am curious about, like, if we did have her, like, what would she have to say about everything that's been happening?
I mean, but also it makes you wonder, is all of this happening because we don't have her? It is kind of strange how that started happening after we cut ties with her, right? Or is it just a coincidence?
I'm not giving Bailey any answers.
Sam knows. Here I am.
We are done with all of these games.
It really is a breakup.
Project done being lied to.
Oh, scary.
Suspicious about Benjamin, looking his behavior. He's being controlled by Nelson. If you can find the Spire and shut it down, you can help more, just like him.
This just like really makes me believe that the Spire being some kind of like control tower. The Spire is controlling the people that are affected by the serum, and Benjamin being one of them. If you shut it down, then they wouldn't be mind controlled anymore. And Matt is one of them. Listen to me, people.
I
Sam
just like
will
have
listen
to
to me.
zone out because I'm like, I am not thinking anything.
Somebody.
It's not for myself, then for you, for your team.
Listen to yourself. Any of these silly stories.
For you.
The Spire.
I just
is
love
like
the
finding a
listen
serum.
to
Look at
yourself.
that.
Yeah.
Save and rescue more people? Who? Save who?
You, Matt.
Ben is locked up. All I have to do to get rid of you is turn you off.
Don't do it.
Goodbye, Deb. Project 863 is dead.
So dramatic.
Drama! And also, I loved this because we were like,
We're like, where's
Where are
he
we
going?
going?
Yeah. Where's he going? Oh, good times when Quinn was here.
I know. Shout out Quinn. Yeah, because we didn't know he was
We
going to
had
do
no
this.
idea, yeah. I mean, when he got up, we were both like, hello?
We should probably. Yeah.
I don't know. Like, this is.
I started to laugh just for a second because I just loved the visual of Matt crossing the parking lot with like a bat. I was like,
I'm looking all
I was like,
angry.
where is this going?
I
And so
know.
that's
I
why I
had
was
no
like, Matt,
idea.
don't. Like, I think it played off as like a there's no way he's gonna do this, but
There he goes into the hole.
okay.
I like how we just let it happen. 'cause
I know. What were we going to do?
I don't know.
Project 863 is dead.
Can we just give an applause for the camera's focus there?
I know, I was gonna
that
say,
was an accident.
The timing was really good though. The fact that it blurred right between the sentences.
So good.
That was great. I honestly I forgot how intense that season finale was.
It really sent people into a little spiral
Yeah.
because, like, yeah, that makes it sound like everything is ending, like the channel, but that's what led to the rebrand of like the channel being called Matthias again. It was a nice transition into a new season because the ending of Project 863, quote unquote, set up like a new color scheme, a new vibe for a season.
Very true,
you know,
very true.
It really lined up well.
I feel like everything that was tying us to 863 hasn't really been a thing, and like we have been we have been on our own, and this obviously set us up for that, but it really does change the entire vibe and storyline being disconnected from Deb, so.
Guys, thank you so much for watching this episode of Behind 863. As always, leave some ideas for Tanner down in the comments for, you know, stuff you want to see us react to or even just talk about. There was something about this setup that I really enjoyed of just like sitting down and talking with someone more explicitly and like one-on-one as opposed to like the podcast, like just talking about the story and what you think is going to happen and all that. So
Yeah.
like, I don't know if there's a way we can do that more, if you guys want to see something like that, or if there are still like props and stuff that you want to see Woods talk about, please leave all that stuff, all those questions down in the comments. Tanner himself will personally respond to every single one of them. I was gonna say like and subscribe, but I keep forgetting that this is just
Doesn't
over on
matter.
863 Plus. Thank you for being a supporter of 863 Plus. We appreciate it, and we will see you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.